You're listening to JTE Movie Thinks. Is that the title? Is that correct grammar? All right, we'll go with it. It's a show about movies and thinking. And now, here's your host, every man's hero, JTE.
Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome to another episode of JTE Movie Thinks. This week, I have, once again, back for, what is it, third or fourth time?
At least third.
Third or fourth. I'll have to look into that.
Fourth, maybe.
Maybe fourth, but it's been a while.
Yeah.
Ken Napzok is here, and a lot has changed.
Yeah.
in the last few months.
Yeah, I've grown a beard.
Show. Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say.
Oh, you want more change?
Yeah, I want more change.
Yeah.
You and I, from the Schmoes Know, for the last 2-3 years.
Love the Schmoes Knows.
Love it.
Guys, I said it wrong.
We made the move to Defy Media and Screen Junkies.
We did.
We're still part of the Schmoes Know show, but we are now part of the Screen Junkie family. Yeah.
Let's clarify. You were already here.
I was already here, yes.
And people, I think, failed to realize that you've been here for quite a while.
Yeah, since March.
Since March of 2015. And then I joined in August.
Yep.
Of 2015, and we're full-time junkies. That sounds wrong when you say it like that.
It does sound
bad. But it's right when you feel it in your heart.
Yeah, and then, it's been fun. Again, it's true. A lot of people didn't know I was here since March. I was part-time. I was still doing movie fights every Friday. Because we record on Friday.
Yeah. Secrets out.
Yeah, secrets out. But, I remember when they said, Ken's coming aboard. It's like...
Yeah.
Really? I've been working with you since day one.
Yeah.
We both started Schmoes Know around the same time.
Late 2012?
Yeah, and I think one of your first jobs was
interviewing and hiring you, where you, it's well documented, lied to me and got your job.
Hey, this is L.A.
Mm-hmm.
It's cutthroat. You got to do whatever you got to do to get your foot in the door.
All right. This is L.A., baby.
But hey, look where it got me.
We're here.
We're working at Screen Junkies.
We're actually recording this on the new set for Movie Fights, which is great. It's like a comfortable den that I love being in.
Which we premiered last week, and the audio's better. I think the video's even better. Everything's better. We upgraded.
It's a darker, cozier look, but I think people are going to get used to it and love it as much as we do.
It's a little bit like the Wayne's World set, because it feels like you're in a basement a little bit, because it's dark.
Yeah.
But I like it. I like it. It's cool. It's a good place to chill out.
Yeah.
So this is exciting. You are always a curiosity to me.
Yeah.
Because you watch very selective movies.
I watch very little movies.
Very little movies. And then the ones you do watch are very selected. Like, they're not exactly what you would think someone would go watch.
Right.
It's like some documentary about how the Beatles once ate at a pizza restaurant in New York in 1969.
Oh, yeah, you're talking about slice of beetle pie.
Exactly. It's just these weird things. Or you're watching Shop Girl for the 150th time.
Yes.
A movie that about 90% of the audience listening right now probably has never heard of.
Well, that's probably because 90% of your audience doesn't have depressive tendencies like I do.
True. And I will say, I think I said this before, I saw Shop Girl in theaters. Very good movie.
Yeah.
It's kind of gotten lost throughout time. It doesn't really get brought up very much unless it's
me.
Unless it's you, yeah.
Or people making fun of me for watching Shop Girl.
Mm-hmm. I would say go to Amazon. You can probably find it for 99 cents on DVD.
Right.
Go ahead and order it. It's a good, solid movie.
You should order it. All of you should have it.
Steve Martin, Jason Schwartzman, and Claire Danes. Yeah, good flick. I need to revisit it. I don't think I've seen it since
Rebecca
theaters.
Pigeon in a cameo.
I don't know who that is.
David Mamet's wife.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
I had no idea he was married. All right, Ken. So this is it's the point of the show, right? I asked the question that gets this whole show going.
That's right.
What was the last
is JTE Movie Thinks.
What was the last movie you watched? From beginning to end.
Mm-hmm.
Not something you had to watch for a screening, not something you had to basically watch for a project, maybe something, or on this trailer.
Right.
Something you watched because you wanted to watch it, whether it be Netflix, something that was on your shelf, or maybe it was a plane ride.
I was flying back from New York, my first time in New York,
that's
and
right.
I love it so much. I'm considering moving there.
You did like it.
I did love it.
You were there for Comic-Con.
Yeah, went for New York Comic-Con with the Screen Junkies crew, and then I spent all day Saturday. We had a panel on Friday. It was a great time. And then Saturday, I roamed the city with Alicia Malone.
Lucky man. You know how many people would love to be in your place?
There was a guy on the street selling CDs, and he saw us walking up, and Alicia and I are just friends. We're not romantically linked in any fashion. But this guy started singing a song for everyone to hear about how I was too ugly for her. And he sang that for the entire block.
New Yorkers
and I love it. Gotta love that town. I actually told him, I agree with you, sir. I agree with you, sir. Which is what
Alicia say?
She just smiled politely, knowing he was right. But Alicia suggested a movie for me to watch on the plane.
Interesting.
And you loved I almost, because I went to New York and saw the public library, and Dan Murrow went to the firehouse.
For Ghostbusters.
I almost watched Ghostbusters for the first time on a plane, but I felt it wasn't right.
Okay,
So this was almost a show, JT, about Ocean's 11, because I ended up watching Ocean's 11 again, maybe about the 20th time, one of my favorite movies. But I ended up watching after that the movie that Alicia suggested to me that you can really right now only watch on airplanes.
Okay.
It is a romantic comedy, a British romantic comedy directed by Ben Palmer, written by Tess Morris, stars Lake Bell doing a pretty convincing British accent, Simon Pegg, Olivia Williams, among others, also the adorable Ophelia Lovibond, I believe is how you say it, or I don't know, Lovibond.
What's this movie called?
The movie is called Man Up.
Man Up.
Rory Kinnear is in it in a comedic role.
Simon Pegg.
Son of, that's what I just said.
I'm sorry. I was trying to say.
Rory Kinnear is the son of Roy Kinnear, who, for me, most famously was in the Beatles movie Help. And also was the father of Veruca Salt in the first Willy Wonka. So his son Rory, who was also in some of the James Bond movies recently. And Sharon Horgan's in it as well. She's very popular right now on that show. What's it called? Complicated?
Never heard of it.
It's I think it's a Hulu show. No, excuse me, Catastrophe. I said Complicated. I meant Catastrophe. She was also in one of my TV shows. Have you ever seen The Increasingly Poor Decisions of Todd Margaret?
No, I have not.
Look it up on Netflix. Very funny. Stars David Cross, and it's a British show.
All right.
Anyways, Man Up, romantic comedy suggested by Alicia Malone. It's a 2015 movie, not available pretty much. It's going to come to theaters in November.
Wait, so why is it already playing in the airplane?
I don't know.
Airplanes have these deals where they get movies early now?
I guess so. Pretty soon you're going to have a Delta original presentation. United's going to start making movies.
So is this American film or no?
It is British. So it is Studio Canal.
Okay, so maybe it was released probably last year or the beginning of this year. And because sometimes that does happen. Like, it takes a while for a movie to come to America, especially if it's a smaller film like this. I mean, Simon Pegg, say what you will about him. Like, he's a great actor, especially, I consider him more of a character actor. Yeah. Because he hasn't quite broken out as, like, a lead. Yeah. But he does a lot of movies that I've never heard of it. I never heard of him until I see him on Netflix or, like, straight to DVD. Right. So he's not, like, this guy who's just going to do films that get released to theaters. Right. And Lake Bell is kind of an indie darling.
She's an indie darling. I really like Bell, and I really like In a World.
I was just about to say, In a World, I saw in theaters when it came out, this little art house theater in Pasadena, and I enjoyed it. It was good. It was, I think did she direct it also?
Yeah, I believe so. I believe she wrote it too.
Directed it. Lake Bell, I also, like, she's one of those people, like, only people who really kind of know movies kind of know who she is. Like, the average moviegoer is probably not going to know her. They might recognize her from
she appears in a lot of things, so it's kind of that girl you know, but
she's a comedian.
Yeah,
like, she's mainly known for a comedian.
Yeah, right? That's fair. That's fair to say.
She was in Wet Hot American Summer, the TV series on Netflix, which I really thought she was funny in that. She's done a lot of stuff with Paul Scheer. Like, she does that. Was it that SVU's VDV thing he does for Comedy Central? And she's on Children's Hospital. That's the one I'm thinking of. Children's Hospital.
Gotcha.
Which is the show done by Rob Corddry.
Right, Rob Corddry.
Adult Swim. So, like, she's always around doing these funny things. So is she kind of the lead, or is it kind of like a co-lead with Simon Pegg?
No, I would call her the lead.
Oh, really? Okay.
I think this is definitely a female-driven movie. Simon Pegg is, co-lead is fair to say, but I really, this is told from Lake Bell's point of view, her character point of view. The focus is on her.
So what's the basic plot of this movie? Sell it to me.
Basic plot is you got Lake Bell, she's a 34-year-old journalist. She kind of doesn't have her life together. She can't find love. It starts, she's getting set up at a wedding party or engagement party, one of those type of things. It's a party around love. And her friends set her up with someone. It's bad. It's ridiculous. And she kind of writes these little self-help mantras down on a little notebook. Okay. So she's kind of one of those. She's not a mess. Like, she's got a career. She's got herself together, but just love hasn't found her. She's got a sister, Sharon Horgan plays, who is married, and her parents are celebrating their 40th wedding anniversary. So the
place they're getting to in the story is the parents' 40th wedding anniversary
Okay.
party.
Gotcha.
And Lake Bell's going to speak at the party.
All right.
So she gets on the train in London, not quite the tube. I think it's above ground, so I think that means it's just
She's
a
playing
train.
an American, right?
No, she's British. She's
British.
British.
Oh, okay. So she's doing an
British.
accent,
and she does a pretty convincing accent.
Oh, okay.
After initially, I was like, "Oh, Lake Bell," and Alicia Malone, when suggesting it, had said it's Lake Bell doing a British accent, but it's a good one.
Okay.
And I trust Alicia on accents.
Yeah.
Initially I was like, "Oh, she's doing." By the end of the movie, I forgot.
Interesting.
I disconnected from it being Lake Bell doing an accent.
I feel like it's always so hard for Americans to do like a British accent, yet these British come over here and they do Americans so easy.
Yeah.
Like Christian Bale, Hugh
Brits.
Jackman, Henry Cavill. I mean, these guys just come over.
Yeah.
Did you see The Man from U.N.C.L.E.?
Yeah, I did see that.
Henry Cavill just sounds like a straight up like American.
British, or American guy. Yeah, he's a Brit.
Straight
yeah,
up
great.
British.
Anyways, she's on this train and she meets a young, really cute 24-year-old girl named Jessica, played by Ophelia Lovibond. I got to see Lovibond. How would you say that?
Lovibond.
Lovibond?
Yeah.
Sure. You're going to take the D off of it. Okay. Ophelia. She's been on a lot. She's been on what's the American Lucy Liu and
you got me.
The TV show Elementary.
Elementary.
She plays Kitty
Sherlock.
Winter.
Okay.
She was also in Guardians of the Galaxy as Karina. Anyways, she's adorable, but she's wonderful to look at, and a talented little actress there doing a great little part.
Let me tell you, British accents on girls are pretty hot.
Absolutely.
I'm a fan.
I'm too ugly for any of them, but there's a self-help book called 6 Million People in You or something like that, and she forces the book on Lake Bell's character named Nancy. Kind of just leaves the book with her. But the thing is, Jessica is going to meet a guy named Jack, and it's a blind date.
And he's looking for the book?
And they each have to have the book.
Yeah, I got it. I'm putting it together.
Right?
Okay.
So mix and match happens. Next thing you know, Simon Pegg's character Jack meets Nancy, assumes it's the girl he's supposed to meet. And it's a case of mistaken identity. Lake Bell decides, I'm going to go on this date. What the hell? Because he's charming, and Simon Pegg's a 40-year-old divorced guy.
Okay.
Trying to date a 24-year-old. I'm not divorced, but I've tried to date 24-year-olds, so I know what he's trying to do.
I'm right there with you.
Yeah. And they go on a date, and it's great. And so there's no twist to it. He finds out pretty early on.
Oh, really? Okay. So it's not like
at the end of the first act.
Oh, so it's not like while you're sleeping where she's pretending to be
She has
somebody.
to confess. She has to confess. And that kind of spins the story off and everything. And I'll tell you right now, it's not...
It sounds like...
It's straightforward.
Yeah, it sounds like a straightforward kind of like a rom-com / comedy. I'm guessing it's a comedy with those two actors.
I like rom-coms. Alicia Malone is obsessed with rom-coms too, kind of for guilty pleasures. But this one is really adorable, and it's really charming, and it just kind of crawls up in your heart and kind of gives you a hug.
Yeah, it's interesting because I am the action movie guy. I love Stallone, Schwarzenegger.
Is that why you have your hat on backwards all the time?
Exactly, over the top. And the thing is, there are movies that come along that are like these simple romantic comedies that just kind of charm you. An example to me that immediately comes to my head was One Fine Day.
One Fine Day.
George Clooney, Michelle Pfeiffer. Have you seen it?
Haven't seen it.
Oh man,
haven't seen it, but I know what you
what I'm talking about. It's a very simple, charming movie, and I think when it comes to that, those two leads have to have chemistry.
Absolutely.
Because if you could buy that chemistry, you know they're going to get together. You kind of want to see them get together.
Simon Pegg, I'm a fan of Simon Pegg,
yeah, me too.
and he and Lake Bell do have that chemistry.
Okay.
So much so, I actually don't date. I don't I have any romantic entanglements.
It's not true, guys. He's like a lady killer.
Sure, that's so true. I don't date and everything like that. I'm saying this actually gets to a point. Watching them, Lake Bell and Simon Pegg, on this date, it made me wonder, maybe I should probably get out there and date because this looks like a lot of fun.
So it gave you some hope.
Their chemistry is great.
Yeah.
So that kind of makes the story a little bit. And romantic comedies are always going to be part of the film universe. And look, in the 90s, I think there was just a whole bunch that came out that started just... ruining the genre or simplifying the genre to me. Yeah. It's a simple formula, but it's hard to execute. One of my all-time favorite movies is When Harry Met Sally.
Yep.
That may be the godfather of modern romantic comedies. Yes. So I like that kind of stuff. Going back to Alicia Malone, she taught me to appreciate It Happened One Night, 1934.
Oh, fantastic.
Alicia Malone's Film School podcast.
You want to talk about charisma?
Yeah.
I mean, Clark Gable, you could probably put it like a doll with him, and he would make it, you believe there's charisma there. Yes. He's just oozing with it.
So this movie's, I'm not going to say it's that high quality.
Of course.
But it's damn good.
It's a solid entry into that genre.
It's really charming, and I really like Tess Morris's script. It is, like I said, it's simple elements, but it's about the execution and the chemistry. Ben Palmer, the director, did a good job, and there's some fun sequences in it. Mm-hmm. The music's good. Everything you need from a romantic comedy is there.
See, this is interesting, because I think, I always say I don't really like romantic comedies for the most part.
Sure, you don't like
But here's the thing. I like a good romantic comedy when I feel like the director and actors are truly trying to make a good movie.
Yeah.
I feel like studios will just say, all right, let's grab the two hottest stars right now. Let's get McConaughey. Let's get Kate Hudson. Let's put them in a movie together.
Yeah. 2 by C or
little stunt
10
casting.
steps to win a dog or something.
And it's just like you can tell they're just doing it to make a product that will sell some tickets.
Well, yeah, that was the mid-'90s, man. Like, look, I love My Best Friend's Wedding. I actually really do like that
I've
movie.
never seen that. Okay.
Julia
Roberts,
Cameron Diaz,
yeah,
Dermot Mulroney, Dirty Steve from Young Guns.
But that's a respectable movie. A lot of people like that movie.
But after that, and during that era, and all that stuff, that's when those other movies started coming out. Where let's just try to take McConaughey and put him with some actress.
Julia Roberts made a movie with Richard Gere, one of the greatest of all times. Let's reunite him for Runaway Bride.
Yeah, exactly. Good example. You're talking about Pretty Woman, another one of my all-time favorite movies.
Very good.
Well documented. I once watched that movie 5 times in one day.
What do you do? Did you just have a Julia Roberts finish? Like, what's happening there?
I just really like the movie Pretty Woman, JTE. Okay. I like watching people fall in love, especially if one's a hooker. All right? Is that what you want
That's a love story I could get behind.
Okay. It's a love story I need to believe in. Do you understand?
You want to believe that they're not just there for the money.
I want to believe that there's hope for me, because the only way I'm going to find love is if I pay for it, all right? That's what I'm saying. I'll be your beck and call, girl.
No, you want to start off as being paid, then it eventually really falls into love.
And then she rescued him back, all right?
That's what every guy who orders a Russian mail or bride wishes.
Is that what it is? I'll let you know.
We're going to order one, and hopefully she'll fall in love with
I just signed up for a service called Direct to You from Russia.
But every genre is guilty of that, because I love action movies, but there's times where they're just like, let's put Jason Statham in this movie and just plug in a gang. And you go in just to see some cool fights, and you're not going to get anything that's going to be the next Die Hard or Under Siege or stuff like that. Same thing happens, I think, with these romantic comedies. Like, not everyone's going to be great, and I don't think they're always trying to make great ones. They're just trying to make a passable film. But you're saying this movie is above that.
Yeah, look, it has everything a good romantic comedy has. There's some dramatic running. There's a big speech. There's some fun hijinks. There's some tears. There's the overprotective sister. There's the parents who are teaching you how to be in love. There's the messed up person who can't find love.
So this movie doesn't take place like during one day. Does it take place over because sometimes
it does. No. It takes place in one day.
It does take place.
It does play. It's funny. I didn't even think about that. But yes, it technically does take place in one day.
Because sometimes these movies, it'll cover a whole relationship, or it'll cover But then there is at times where just the whole thing takes place in one day.
This is one of those.
This is one of those. Okay, so you can only see so much of a relationship. So you're just seeing the very beginning.
Yes, which we all know is the fake part.
Most romantic part.
You wake up the next morning and you got bad breath and you got to go to the bathroom and she's still there.
And you don't really know somebody in the first day.
No, you don't really know someone in the first decade.
First, 6 months or so at least, until you move in together. I mean, there's always that honeymoon period.
Yes.
So that's why these movies are like, that's why Harry Met Sally, again, I love that movie because it takes place over a decade or longer.
Absolutely.
It's these two friends that eventually grow to love each other.
Yeah, it only took us 3 months. 12 years, 3 months, and 14 days, or whatever.
Yeah, is that what he says? Okay.
She says,
She says. So it was only a year in that movie.
Yeah.
But they met each other in college,
yes,
remember?
1977.
Yes.
From Chicago to New York. You drove me from Chicago to New York.
You are like... You need to record an audio commentary
on the Harry Met Sally?
Yeah, you're like a professional.
That's the greatest, man. That's the greatest. That's
the granddaddy. Do you remember the dates and everything?
I'm the Scott Mance of When Harry Met Sally.
Harry Met Sally. Now, do you think Lake Bell has a chance of breaking out and being like a Sandra Bullock type? Or do you think she's going to be stuck in this niche kind of...
look, that's a more comment on the industry than it is her. I think she has some kind of charm to her. She has a I don't know, girl next door / your best friend.
Because she does come from that comedy aspect. It's like she's one of the guys that she plays that role.
Yeah, and that's dangerous, and that's dangerous. The one of the guys thing is a dangerous thing to get locked into. But I think I wish she could overcome it. I think it's an industry thing. It's a societal thing too. You know, we're getting deep on this discussion. You ask one question. I wish Lake Bell could break through and be a little bit more of a lead actress on a bigger scale, but maybe she doesn't need to. She's probably very happy doing this stuff. You know, In a World was great, and it was hers. She wrote and directed it. So if I would rather have 5 more of Lake Bell writing and directing her own movies than worry about her being a star in one.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like Simon Pegg, let's go back to him for a second. Yeah. He's done Mission Impossible. He has, he's started off with the Edgar Wright kind of aspect. He's nowadays, like in Hollywood, he's just that buddy, or he's part of that guy, part of the team. Yeah. Star Trek, he's Scotty.
He's great. He's great as Scotty. He really helped make that first movie for me. And
oh, really? Him alone?
I think I love that first J.J. Abrams Star Trek. The second one, I don't like at all, but one of the things I do like in it is Simon Pegg. And Mission Impossible 5, he's got that. He's got that quality too. He's kind of your friend, and he's kind of, and I love what he does.
It's funny because he kind of plays. He's one of those guys who kind of plays the same character. I feel like even Mission Impossible is pretty similar to Scotty in some ways. Yep. In this movie, is he kind of playing himself?
He's Simon Pegg. Yeah, he's Simon Pegg. But I think I can relate to his character, and it's a divorced man. I can't relate to that. But a guy at 40 trying to find love, for trying to get it right a second time, and he's very charming in this. He's got some leading man qualities.
Really?
And he does the thing, man. He does the romantic comedy, the running, the speeches, and all that kind of stuff, and the tears. He does it all, and he does it very well.
Okay. This is a British film. Do you feel like this is something that could be remade in America? Or is it nothing original enough to really...
No, nothing. There was nothing to me that kept it to London. Yeah. Or I don't even, to be honest, now I think about it, I don't even know if it was in London.
Did not take place in London?
No, it was in England.
Oh, it was in England. Okay.
I don't know. It could have been up and on the road up to Essex. I don't know.
It's funny because we make all these remakes of foreign films, but we usually don't do it from London because they speak our language. So
we usually just take their TV shows. We take their TV shows and make them less better.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of. He also did speaking of TV shows, Simon Pegg did a show called Spaced.
Spaced, yeah.
Have you seen that?
You know what? I haven't actually dove into Spaced, and I know that's kind of what started him, and I totally get it. It's just one of the things I haven't had the time to invest in.
It's also what started Edgar Wright, because he created and directed the series.
Yeah,
guys,
Frost too, right?
Yeah, Frost also. If you guys out there have not seen Spaced, check it out, especially if you're a film lover, because you can tell Edgar Wright is a film geek, and each episode is like, I compare it to Community. They do these eccentric episodes that are like a homage to action movies or horror movies. And you can totally see how Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz came from basically Spaced.
And I love Shaun of the Dead, but I love Hot Fuzz. Hot Fuzz.
Oh, really? Is that your favorite of the three?
Of the, what do they call it, the Cornetto trilogy?
Cornetto trilogy,
Hot Fuzz is my favorite. I didn't like the End of the World one.
Me either. The World's End.
World's End.
Didn't really like it.
Didn't like it. And why did you not like it? Because I'm
curious. Well, this might alienate me for some fans. I'm not a huge fan of the Cornetto trilogy altogether. Like Shaun of the Dead, I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
People love that movie.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm glad Dan Murrell's not in the room right now, because Dan Murrell's favorite movie, he tells me repeatedly that Shaun of the Dead is one of his all-time favorite movies. Mm-hmm. It's like that and Jaws are like 2 of his all-time faves.
Right.
I like it. I can't get to anywhere.
Like
I can't get anywhere near that level.
Yeah.
I was disappointed in Hot Fuzz.
Really?
A little bit. I like the homages.
How about I just shut your computer?
Just turn it off.
Shut it closed.
I like the fact that they were they sold it as a homage to action movies, like what he did with Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's that whole Point Break stuff, which I think is really funny.
Yeah.
But there's this whole thing about a cult, and it's almost like a homage to the movie Scream.
The greater
good. It felt more like another homage to horror movies than it did action movies.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, that's a fair assessment. You'd be wrong in your opinion of it not being good, but
I'm not saying. Here's the thing. I recognize it's a good movie.
It's funny. It's a good
just,
movie.
for some reason, I don't connect to it and love it.
Hey, fair enough, man.
And then World's End, I mean, I was open. I wanted to like that movie. I said, okay.
I was all set to like that movie because I love what they've done. But for me, I connected with Simon Pegg's character and the story of his friends and the trying to recapture something they can't anymore.
Oh.
And I wanted just that. And so when it did the normal twist into aliens and all that kind of stuff, I was disappointed.
Dude, I loved, and this is what I said coming out of the movie, is I liked everything up until the aliens came.
Yep.
I was really enjoying this drama and like about these friends. And the second the whole alien race, robots, whatever the hell they were, started coming into it, just
no, I 100%.
And the ending was bad.
In the ending, yeah. So, again, I can't fault them for that. They did exactly what they do. We shouldn't have been surprised. But I think they did the first part so good.
Yeah.
I really connected with Pegg's character and what the story was in that movie that I didn't want it to break off into the weirdness. So that's more on me as I should have known what I was getting into. But anyways, long story short, I do really love Simon Pegg. I love that he's in Force Awakens in a little tiny cameo secret role.
Are we going to see him, or is he going to be like
I think he's
an
under
alien?
mask. He's an alien, I believe.
Well, if we were friends with J.J. Abrams, I would do the same thing.
Yeah, absolutely. So so Pegg kind of made this movie man up for me. He and Lake Bell, the chemistry, the believability amongst the heightened sense of life in romantic comedies.
Yep.
Look, it's unbelievable. Any romantic comedy really is. But it's all about the execution, and they did it really well.
I'm trying to think of a Simon Pegg movie where I was really just like impressed with his acting, or where he actually had to have like an emotional scene. And I know Shaun of the Dead has those moments and everything, but I feel like there's one I'm just forgetting that I was like, oh wow, that was a really good.
I don't know.
Performance.
I'm looking at some of the stuff he's done.
I mean, he did some bad movies, How to Alienate People, or How to Make Friends in LA, or something like that.
Yeah. And you know what? I haven't. That's on my Netflix queue. I'm waiting to watch that one. How to Lose Friends and Alienate People from 2008.
He did one where he was like a hitman. Again, it was like straight to DVD.
Yep.
It didn't get released out here, at least in the States. Maybe it did in England. But yeah, so
it's good though. But I like him. I like that he gets work.
When I see the poster for this Man Up, if you guys see it online, for some reason I don't know why, it just has that Love Actually feel poster.
Here's funny. When I flew out to New York, I was I was scrolling through the movies, thinking of watching a movie, and I stopped and I went, "Oh, what is this? Is this Love Actually? Wait, no, it's Man Up." And I went, "I don't know what that is."
Oh wow!
And then Alicia and I walking around New York, and Alicia and I were talking about New York. We're like, is it that New York is a romantic city, or is it that we're so programmed to think it is because of all the romantic comedies set in New York? And then she said, "Oh, by the way, there's one you got to watch called Man Up." And I was like, "Oh, it was on the plane."
At it,
and she's seen it 4 times because she flies so much.
Oh wow!
She's only seen it on the much? She's only seen it on the plane.
That's crazy.
4 times. Alicia loves this movie, and after watching it, Lake Bell's character Nancy, there's a real solid through line between her and Alicia Malone.
Well, if you guys ever meet Alicia Malone and are trying to find something in common with her, and
start talking about Man Up,
try to get your foot in the door, and be like, I really love this movie, Man Up. Have you heard of this? He'll be like,
So I went back, watched it. The tagline is "Right time, right place, wrong date this summer."
Do you fail Love Actually?
I love Love Actually.
Right? It's one of those few movies that
I've lost friendships over people who hate Love Actually, and I actually love it. Look, it is what it is. The Brits do this well, man.
Yeah. It's like the Avengers of.
Yeah. The
romantic films.
The Brits do it well, and I get why people wouldn't like Love Actually. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
But I think, again, they executed it well, and it's got some serious storylines. It's got some funny storylines, and it's a good holiday movie. I'll watch it every December.
Yeah,
and look, I have a black, cold heart, and I don't believe love, and I'm such an old, bitter person. But I watch Love Actually, and I feel good.
Yeah.
I feel good about it.
I was on a date, and this girl made
What's that like?
It's a thing where a female and a male decide to meet each other in a specific location.
Oh, it's only specific to males and females.
Yes. No, that's not true. Not this day and age. But anyway, let me do myself an owl. I was at this girl's house, and she's like, "Oh, let's watch Love Actually," because she's like, she loves it. I mean, I've never seen it.
Right.
But I've heard from not only friends, but guy friends that they like that movie. So I was like, all right, I'll give it a chance.
There's a lot for everybody in the movie.
Yeah, and I'm watching. I'm like, this is good.
And if
to the point where, like, I usually halfway through a movie, I'm making my move on a girl.
It's good to know. I'm writing down your strategy in my book. Halfway through movie, make move.
Make move. But this time I was like, I'm really invested in this movie. I'm not going to make any moves. I want to finish this. And that's a sign of a good movie. When you change your plans on making a move because you're into the actual movie.
Yeah.
Also, I'm with Hugh Grant, man. I like that secretary.
Martine McCutcheon is her name. She's a British pop singer.
Oh, was she really?
Yeah, and
they say it in the movie. She's a little thick.
Oh, they say she's. That's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
That's ridiculous. And they were playing it up for the movie, of course. But if she's gorgeous and still is, and
again,
she doesn't do a lot. Yeah, doesn't do a lot in American movies, but Martine McCutcheon, I believe that's.
And I love how Billy Bob Thornton's like the most scumbaggy
president. American. That's a representation of America. You got Laura Linney. You got. We could have a whole discussion about
Love Actually.
But if you enjoy Love Actually on any level, then you will enjoy Man Up. I guarantee you. I guarantee you. It gets a Pitt Boss guarantee with a Red Fury. Backup guarantee as well.
I might actually, this is something I'm guessing will eventually hit Netflix.
Yeah.
Again, that's probably where I'll watch it, and I will actually check it out. If you and Alicia give me a recommendation, that's a pretty good recommendation.
Pretty good.
Yeah. All right, guys. It's been a lovely talk about love. But let's get to some JTE Quick Thinks. I put a tweet out. A lot of you tweeted back movies that you watched. I wish there was like a Vegas betting odds of how many of these you've actually seen. Because I would bet 3 out of 20.
Okay.
But we'll see what you get here. This one kind of fits. Casey Lee Clark at Casey Lee Clark.
Okay.
Juno.
I've seen Juno.
A romantic comedy.
I've seen Juno.
Would you call it a romantic comedy, actually? It's more of a life lesson.
More of a life movie. I don't know.
There was a big backlash on Juno, too, after it came out.
I don't like Juno.
You don't like it?
Don't like Juno.
Okay.
I think it's too. Look, I'm not going to take anything away from.
You started the backlash.
No, who wrote it?
Diablo
Cody.
Diablo Cody.
I want to make this very clear. I'm not taking away anything from her success and what she did. I know she worked very hard to make that script. So when I say I don't like it, I try not. I don't want to be too snarky about that. It just didn't strike me, and I thought it was too quirky and too conceptualized talking and
interesting.
And,
Diablo Cody actually also dated Edgar Wright, and I actually met her and Edgar at a screening of Space in L.A. many years ago. That was pretty awesome. So
you're learning a lot about JT.
Yeah, JT.
If you're out there listening,
life things.
All right.
Mike Rodriguez, and this could be considered a little bit of romantic comedy. Groundhog Day.
Well, Groundhog Day.
Have you seen Groundhog Day?
It's one of my favorite comedies of all time, and I would describe it as a romantic comedy as well.
Great.
Love Groundhog Day.
One of those movies.
Don't drive angry.
Andy
Is it
McDowell.
too early for flapjacks?
Was it Andy McDowell?
Andy McDowell.
So lovable.
Bill Murray, Chris Elliott.
Yeah. If you guys haven't seen that movie, there's something wrong with you. Here's a movie, kind of like you were mentioning, falling in love with the escort. Mm-hmm. Daniel Mitz at DM Dan Marlowe said, "Risky Business."
No, you know what's funny? I haven't seen. I mean, I know the famous scene.
Yeah.
I know, but I haven't. I'll dance around in my underwear. If that helps.
Well,
that makes you feel better.
Pretty Woman, Richard Gere gets an escort, but he's like a rich guy.
Sure.
This one, you got Tom Cruise, who's a young high school kid who gets escort.
Right.
Falls over there also.
Sure. So the lesson here is get an escort.
Yeah, that's basically what I'm trying to get to. Let's see. Oh, God, you probably haven't seen this. 500 Days of Josh. Awesome name. Josh, obviously. Raging Bull. Have you seen Raging Bull? This is gonna.
That's not a romantic comedy.
No,
right?
But this is. Listen, I don't tell these people what to say.
I've never seen Raging Bull.
See, this is the problem, people. He's seen Man Up, but he has not seen Raging Bull. Lord have mercy. Okay, Jesus. I don't know how to get off that one. Mm-hmm. Here's one. Saj at Metaru123S. Better Off Dead. John Cusack.
I own that one, yeah.
You own that movie?
I own Better Off Dead.
Oh, I love that movie.
Hey, mister, I owe my $2. Yeah,
so you like that movie?
I like Cusack, especially early in 90s Cusack. Is, High Fidelity, Grosse Pointe Blank, two of my favorites. So.
I think these movies are a little bit forgotten. Guys, if you haven't seen Better Off Dead, check it out. It's kind of like, I don't even know what to really compare it to.
It's
not like
Naked
Gun.
Yeah,
but it gets goofy. Like Airplane
It's very goofy, and it's an 80s comedy, yeah.
Dan Murrow, our very own Dan Murrow, said he watched Dope. Did you hear about this movie?
I've heard about it.
Okay. It's really good. It was an indie film. It was a huge hit at Sundance.
Well, it's funny because on the IMDb page it says people who like Man Up also like Dope.
Oh,
so that
he's
means
not lying.
That means Dan Murrell would like Man Up.
See how it all works? Oh, look at this. I'm not going to say this, but somebody else also watched Risky Business.
Okay.
Ricky Davila. I can't say your name. I don't know. Was Risky Business on cable right now? What's going on there?
I don't know. Maybe.
All right, let's go. I'm trying to find something that's a little more aligned. Oh, here we go. Colby Bean at CLBean11230. Titanic. Maybe the ultimate romantic movie. Have you seen Titanic?
Yeah,
okay.
Look.
I was gonna say, are you the one guy who
No.
hasn't seen it?
I saw it twice in the theater.
I don't like you're rubbing your face.
I'm rubbing my face because I'm going to tell you that I really like Titanic, but I haven't seen Raging Bull, and you're probably going to punch me in the face. But I like Titanic.
Okay,
I like Titanic.
Well, as long as you like Titanic, I mean,
it's got a little bit of history.
No one of those movies that had some backlash, but I still think it's a fantastic film.
Look, it's a reason you write a pop song and it becomes a big hit.
Mm-hmm.
It's pop that's going to make you. It's going to be an accessible song.
Yeah,
you can't write some quirky jazz fusion and expect America to fall in love with a song on the radio. Titanic's a pop song, and that's okay. We need pop songs too.
Brooke Wilkins at bwilkins88. He watched Beauty and the Beast, the Disney classic, the only animated film to only be animated, the only animated film to be nominated for Best Picture. Have you, Ken Napzok, seen Beauty and the Beast?
No.
Because here's the thing, Ken doesn't like to watch animated movies. Period.
I don't like a lot of animated movies.
How do you not? Have you seen Aladdin?
No.
Have you seen Lion King?
No.
All right, we're done. We're done here. Oh my God! What did you just not love Joy as a child? Like what happened? What are you watching?
Clearly, Joy escapes me.
You're watching Pretty Woman instead of Lion King in like 1993.
Watch Pretty Woman 1990, 91, 92, 93.
Little Ken, do you want to watch Beauty and Beast or Lion King? No, Mommy, I want to watch Pretty Woman.
Excuse me, I wasn't
you weren't
little.
A kid. Sorry.
I was in high school when Lion King came out.
Okay, sorry.
I was actually graduate with 94. I graduated high school, so.
That's true. My bad. I forgot about the age.
Yeah.
All right. We'll do one more, and then we'll call it a day.
Call it a day.
We'll call it a day. All right. I want to get a good one here. All right. I know you've seen Raiders, so I'm not going to give you that one. Let's go with unconventional love story between a criminal and a female. This is from Iran. Okay. Dark 89. The Silence of the Lambs. I would say Hannibal had a thing for.
Yeah, that's a weird. Yeah, you know what? I have seen the movie. Yeah.
Okay, thank God.
Yeah, but it was back then, and I haven't seen it since.
Really, you should revisit that.
I would.
It's a Best Picture winner.
Yeah. Yeah.
One of the only films to win the top 5: picture, screenplay, actor, actress, director. Yeah.
Well,
pretty crazy.
Sounds impressive.
Only other film that did that is I believe, It Could Happen One Night.
Right.
And the other one was One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Okay.
I'm sure there's another one, but I probably forgot about it.
You're better than me.
All right, guys. This is another great episode of JTE Movie Thinks. Thank you.
If you don't say so yourself.
Yeah, if I don't say so for myself. If you're listening to iTunes, do me a favor. If you feel like we gave you a 5-star podcast, give us a 5-star rating. Obviously, I feel that way. Don't hold it against the show that Ken has not seen Raging Bull. That still bothers me. De Niro, Scorsese. Anyway, sorry, it's another episode.
Sounds good.
Ken, tell them where they can find you.
At Ken Napzok across all social media platforms that I am on. That includes Twitter, Instagram, Facebook fan page, and Periscope. I will be back to the Schmoes Know Movie Show at some point doing the news.
That's
Not
right.
sure when. Still tied up over here at Screen Junkies. Having fun. And now that I've done this show, I'm behind on my work today. And we're going to go catch up.
Yeah, and thank you guys for listening. You can catch me at Schmoes JTE on Twitter, Facebook, all that good stuff. Catch me on Box Office Breakdown every Sunday nights now with me, Finstock, and Sarah, where we cover all the movie news when it comes to numbers. Also, check out Schmoes Know. I'm still around there. I wasn't there last week, but I'll be here this week. Me and Finstock actually got a battle this week. We're taking on the Collider
right.
crew.
Yeah.
Gotta win it. Also, check out Movie Fights and Engineer for Screen Junkies. A lot of cool stuff coming up. All right, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching, and keep watching those movies.